Man. So my boy Savage done pissed the old heads off today, and a lot of hip-hop lovers, as they heard his Clubhouse audio go viral with him saying that Nas is irrelevant.
What y'all saying relevant though? I don't feel like he's relevant. I just feel like
none of them are relevant.
I don't feel like Nas is relevant.
Fat Joe's
Who D-Rap and Kane dropped the project and that shit was ass.
Who said none of them are
relevant?
One mic, please.
Nas not relevant.
No,
that's how we said.
One mic.
No,
bro. No, he's not relevant. He just has a loyal ass fan base. He just has a loyal fan base that and he still make good ass music.
They don't have a core fan base.
Relevant. What y'all
kids didn't wake up and download that.
What's y'all definition of irrelevant, bro?
Hold on. No.
Well, I'm glad.
Hold on. One mic, please.
Now on my platform, I like to hold people accountable while also applying context. And in a situation right here, Savage then followed up saying, maybe I'm saying the wrong thing about irrelevant. Maybe I'm using the wrong word when I'm describing Nas. And let me let you hear that part right there. Shout out my boy Chick Smooth for providing this audio. Make sure you guys go subscribe to my boy Chick Smooth.
So since I'm a 41-year-old, you know what I'm saying? Not
closely connected or appropriate to what is being done or considered.
The best example of this relevancy shit is Nas just dropped a project today. It's a great project. He did his thing. He's Nas, right? But Hov dropped a verse on God Did, and the world went into a frenzy. The world of all ages, not just
your world went into a frenzy.
Man, they've been talking about Glorilla. They've been talking about Nas.
They've been talking about Glorilla.
That's a fact.
But I want to ask you had mentioned, okay, Nas doesn't have relevancy. What do you mean by that he doesn't have relevancy?
I don't know what y'all consider relevant, so maybe I used the wrong word.
Relevant to me, ain't nobody under 30 waking up checking for Nas.
That's a fact.
And also, after a long debate on Clubhouse, at the end of the conversation, Savage also gave Nas kudos by saying, with him still being able to be in the conversation with all the popping rappers or newer rappers and still be able to compete, that is something that's crazy for him to be able to do that, because they was talking about betting, saying that whether or not Nas would be able to overtake the #1 album on the charts, which is 21 Savage's and Drake's Her Loss.
Well, I ain't gonna lie though.
He's a superstar.
I'm gonna keep it all the way real though. The fact that he's still in the conversation for that type of shit, that's crazy.
No, it is.
Too. It is. And independent too, 21.
But let me give you some of my commentary. So let's get down to it. See, me, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I'm a dude from down south, and I prefer South music over everything. I never was a huge Nas fan because I did not like the beats that he chose. When Nas got older and started working with more relevant producers, I started liking Nas music a little bit more. I am a Savage fan. But in this situation right here, I have to disagree with Savage though. I'm gonna keep it G. I gotta disagree with Savage. I do think he chose the wrong word when speaking on Nas. Now, in my opinion, legends can never be irrelevant. If you are a legend, meaning at any given day, someone will be listening to your music. You become a legacy act for a record label, you can't become irrelevant. That term is just negated for you. You don't speak about someone who has a legendary status as irrelevant. Now, there is a such thing as not being in your prime anymore. That's true. You cannot be in your prime anymore and still be a legend. But the thing about Nas in particular, why I say that I disagree with Savage in this one specific situation, Nas, for sure, even though he's not in his prime anymore, and everyone can agree to that, he's not in his prime as far as being a trendy artist, being someone that pulls in views, being someone that everyone rushed to just because they got to give him the respect when he drops to release some music. He's not on that level anymore, so you have to acknowledge it. But still, the level that he's at now to still cruise off into the sunset is competing with newer artists. Like, say for instance, people like Freddie Gibbs or even Pusha T, an old classic artist, but his solo career is nearly like a little over 10 years old as far as Pusha T. You know, Nas competes with them boys and probably does better than them sales wise. Or shit, Nas is out here winning Grammys for rap out. If you have to compete with someone to win a very prestigious award, they are relevant to some degree. So Nas in particular was a horrible example. But for shits and giggles, here goes the definition for relevant. It says closely connected or appropriate to what is being done or considered appropriate to the current time period or circumstances of contemporary interest. So with that being said, at this point in time, for Nas, he is not this. Meaning, even though Nas is recognized as one of the greatest rappers of all time, when people have the current conversation as far as who's the best rapper today, his name doesn't get brought up. But out of the respect for his legacy, his core audience is always going to lend them his ear when he releases new music. So he's gathered and gained respect and real estate in a lot of people's mind and this culture that whenever he drops, those people, which is a core audience, like Savage said, will come and listen to his music. They will come and listen to his projects. But as far as him, his music, controlling the culture at a point in time, like when one mic dropped, or when he's dropped You Know I Can, when I'm in South Florida, I'm from Florida, that song was the anthem for standardized testing. That's when Nas was at his peak of relevancy. But I just feel like, you know, in these conversations, you just leave that out. Just out of respect for him being the OG and still doing what he's doing right now, you just leave that out, because him, at this level he's at, the tier that he's on right now, it's still beastie. It's like when a sensei, I'm about to go a little anime nerdy, so please, I hope you guys get this reference. Let's talk about Naruto. Okay, so like in Naruto, Kakashi Sensei is Nas, okay? That's Nas. And then we'll have Naruto be like Kendrick Lamar and Sasuke be J. Cole. You feel me? At the beginning of the whole thing, Kakashi Sensei was the realest nigga in the fucking series, the coldest man in the series. Nobody could touch Kakashi Sensei. By the time the series is over, Naruto and Sasuke were the best shinobis in the fucking planet. You feel me? The fucking universe, if you want to call it. Kakashi, even though he wasn't the best anymore, still a lot of people couldn't fuck with him. So that's Nas. So as Kendrick and J. Cole is like running shit, they at the top of the game, they do all the crazy sales. Still at the level that Kakashi is at right now, even with this Sharingan not there, that boy still is a beast. You feel me? So I hope you guys understand that reference right there. I hope y'all follow along with what I'm coming from. So Nas is still at a great level in this game. The level that Nas is right here, that will be a dream for so many new artists to reach that level and that to be their career. Like artists like Young Dolph, when he was alive, like to do numbers and do things that Nas is doing at this point in career, that boy will be happy as hell. Tory Lanez, he would love to have the type of, you know, success number wise that Nas is having for his albums. By the way, I'm referring to independent artists. Now, if Savage would have spoke with somebody like, let me think. Let me say artists that they mentioned, like Too Short. Too Short drop an album today, it's not gonna move any needles. A-Ball MJG, they drop an album today, sorry, but it's not gonna move any needles. Big Boy from Outkast, that's my favorite group of all time. If Big Boy drop an album today, it's not gonna move any needles. But the core fans, they may give it a listen. But those artists peak in comparison to Nas's peak, and the core fans that they gathered during that peak is not going to carry them over into relevancy today, you know? So it's a conflicting thing. Even though I said, you know, legends can't be irrelevant, I hope y'all follow what I'm saying. It's a tough conversation to have because you want to be respectful to legends. You want to be respectful to the people that did what they did that was necessary to, you know, keep piling on and making hip hop so like monumental as it is today, that gives these younger artists the platforms to be able to make as much money as they can, get as much attention as they can, you know, building relationships with these record labels or these concert venues, the concert promotion companies, that, you know, these artists did a lot of groundwork to make things what they are today. And you want to be as respectful as possible, but it's tough when you want to have true conversations and you don't want to get people caught up in semantics. And that's why I think we're having right now a situation where we are caught up in semantics. And once again, Savage walked back those statements and tried to be as respectful as he could to Nas after the initial thing. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I had to go against my boy Savage on this one because, yeah, I just can't, you know, ride with that one right there. But Her Loss still hard as fuck. We'll talk about Her Loss some more on my channel. I can't sing, so I talk music, so make sure y'all go ahead and sign up for that one right there. We out.